7th grade. It's time for Project 5. I know it says Project 8 on your handout, but that's because we had clay projects last year, and we're not doing that until I come back this year. So, actually Project 5, just disregard 8. Just pretend it doesn't exist. So, this project is candy close-ups. Oh, yeah. So, it's gonna be cool. You get to choose a candy. We'll make a list. So we'll have, everyone will have their own candy. There are no duplicates allowed. If someone already chose a Reese, you can't have a Reese. Sorry. We're not actually eating candy. We're drawing it. So just keep that in mind also. So there's all these examples here. Your first step is to decide upon which candy. We're not fighting over candies. We're not going to do it. So if someone else has already chosen it, it's gone. You got to find a new candy. There's a ton of candy out there. You can choose a different one than the one you originally thought if someone else has already taken it. If you know right away what candy you want to do, great. Tell Mrs. Holdren. She'll put you down on the list, write your name, write your candy. Yeah, it's simple as that. Once you have your candy chosen, Mrs. Holdren has written it down. If you didn't just choose it in your head, because if you just choose it in your head, you don't tell Mrs. Holdren, she doesn't write it down. Someone else could be like, hey, Mrs. Holdren, I want to do this one, and then you can't do it because you just kept it in your head the whole time. So as soon as you figure out what candy you want to do, tell Mrs. Holdren will write it down, and then you'll be good to go. Once you have your candy, you're going to research an image of it. So if I want to do a Kit Kat, you can choose to do the entire candy bar. It's harder to do that, but that's your choice. Live your dreams. One second, I actually need to get my paper. Got it. Okay, so you're going to be using this big paper again, like you did for your torn paper collages. So you are going to make a giant candy bar. Or it doesn't have to be a candy bar. It can be like Twizzlers or something. For mine, I think I want to do... What kind of candy should I do? I like gummy worms. So, gummy worms. So if I want to do the trolley sour crawlers, once you have your image, I just saved it onto my phone, and are we going to print these out? What do you think? Do we want to print them out? I feel like it's easier to print them out. So once you have your image, I want you to crop it. So this would be easiest probably on your phone. So I'm just cropping my image, and I'll show you what I want to focus on. So I think, let me make it a little, this is what I want to do. So I'm just going to crop it so that's all you see. So this is going to be on here. So this is the image you're going to be printing out. This is the image that you are going to want to send to Mrs. Holdren for her to print for you. If you want it in color, which I would recommend, she's going to have to print it off in the elementary office, so she'll probably print off one at a time, send one of you down, go get your picture, and then it's going to be like a process the whole first and second day. But once you have, I'm not printing mine out because I'm lazy and pregnant and don't want to walk to the office, and I don't know if the printers are working anyway for my computer, because sometimes they don't, and that's okay. But once you have your image, which I do, you are going to start drawing it on your paper. I'm going to show you how to do that. You're not tracing, so this is going to be difficult, okay? It's going to be okay. Take a deep breath. You can do things without tracing. Everything will be fine. Promise. Okay, so let me swivel you down here. So here's my image. And you want to, I'm going to start where this meets. I'll show you right here. So right here, where this eye kind of goes off, that's where I'm going to start, so that I can figure out where everything is going to go. So this goes pretty in here, so I'm going to go in, I'm going to make a half circle. Yeah, we like that. And that has a border around it. And then we have the bottom part of the eye. Meow, meow. And then this all has a border around it. So this part is going to be the part that might be a little bit difficult, is the word part, because I know you guys are like perfectionists and you're going to want it to look exactly like how the image looks. And that's the goal. You want it to look pretty similar, but it doesn't have to be perfect. It'll be okay. Alright, and we've got this guy, which gets pretty close right here. Like, it's pretty darn close right there. So this guy, and it is kind of going in this direction. It's kind of going at an angle instead of just going straight across. So this guy goes down a little bit more. Then she comes back up. And then the outline follows that. And then we have our other L right, right here. And again, that one goes down a little bit more. We're just going to continue our outline. And I am going to fast forward until I have this whole thing drawn. So, one moment. Alright, I got trolley done. So now I have the Sour Bright underneath. And I just want to show you how to figure out kind of where to place your letters. So I have my T and my R right here. My T and my S down here on my Sour Bright is right underneath that. So I am just gonna kind of sketch that out. Not exactly how it looks, but just like kind of making sure that everything is where it's supposed to be before I add exactly, this goes off, can't really see anything there. Okay, so I've kind of mapped out where all of that is. Same thing with like the worms, so I'm just gonna, they don't need to be the exact same shape that they are on here. But while I was fast forwarding, I went and added this second black outline that's kind of fuzzy. So that also doesn't need to be one that is, 100% accurate. Then I've just got some worms going on here. Dun, 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 dun. And this one. Okay. So this is going to be my outline. Now, you are going to be coloring this using markers. So you want to get colors as close as you can to your colors. Once you have it all done with markers, you're going to go over it with colored pencils. And I'll show you why. So here's one of the examples from last year. So as you can see, you can still kind of see him a little bit. But what the colored pencil does over top of the markers is it makes it so you can't see those lines. You know, like if you, like the directional lines from when you color with markers, same thing with this. Like you can kind of see underneath where they have like the directional lines from the marker, but after they went over it with the colored pencils, it really, really, really helps. So that's that. It's going to be great. This is another one that's going to take a hot second, but they turn out so good and they make you really, really hungry. And I'll put them right when you walk into the art room. I'll hang them up so that when you walk in, you just want candy. Me every single day. So I think we're good to go. I think you are ready. If you need to see my example, Mrs. Holdren has it. Obviously it's not done yet, but you get the gist and all that. So off you go. Get to work. Have fun. And I don't know, be artsy. Bye.